I guess that's it. Him, whatever. Good.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, officially, I believe that Caitlin Clark should start to distance herself from the Nike brand, find her a new shoe company. I'm sure there is one out there that did not pay her what Nike was willing to, which, by the way, wasn't enough, that is now willing to circle back around and pay her what she's really worth. And now you have this. Now, keep in mind, I believe most of, and not all, but the majority of Caitlin Clark's fan base is going to be in the Midwest, Middle America, and the South. The Coast, probably a lot of older WNBA fans involved in the two coast. Not saying Caitlin Clark fans there don't exist. I'm sure they do because they're everywhere. But last year, Nike did a campaign where they used a man who pretends to be a little girl named Dylan Mulvaney as a Nike women's spokesperson. And Dylan Mulvaney went out there and was wearing a sports bra. That sounds pretty disgusting. Well, now it gets worse. And I think Caitlin Clark should be very aware of her fan base in all of this. I find this pretty disgusting. This is gross. I would love to have a pair of Caitlin Clark shoes when they come out. I won't be buying them. I generally speaking, actually, I don't buy anything Nike, and I haven't for probably at least 5 years now. So here we go. Nike did an ad campaign. This is Jennifer Say of XXXY Athletics. And she is an advocate for women in women's sports, not men in women's sports. Nike did an ad campaign about Caster Semenya and said anyone who doesn't celebrate him is a bigot. Nike featured Dylan Mulvaney in a social media campaign for sports bras, a non-athlete man. Nike funded impairing young boys to understand how much male advantage they retain on the wrong sex hormones. And now they are in on furries. That's right. You see that. Good God. I mean, it just gets worse with Nike. It gets worse. Let's, in case you don't know what a furry is, I guess it's somebody that dresses up like animals in order to have their pleasures. I'm trying to clean this up for YouTube. It's just jacked up. Nike hires non-binary furry to be the face of ad campaign as the sportswear giant loses sales to Hoka and Adidas. Absolutely. I mean, I pretty much I'll buy any other brand, to be honest. A non-binary furry starred in Nike's latest advertising campaign amid a slump in sales as a legendary sports brand. Nike has been beset with poor sales for over the past year, with competitors like Adidas and Hoka having enjoyed surging profits. Should be noted, too. How about just the way Nike has fumbled the advertising campaign and the shoes of Caitlin Clark? I mean, that's been a story. That's been a story. Now you add this sort of thing? The company's latest campaign, Gaming Division, a collaboration with British designer Martine Rose, is tailored to the video gaming community. The products launched on October 30th were modeled by 5 new gaming-style characters who Nike has described as heroes of the modern arena, defined by creative energy. They have included a non-binary furry, Dominique McLean, 27 years old, a professional esports player of several combat games whose furry persona, good God, ugh, and gaming alias is Sonic Fox. McLean from Delaware is the highest paid fighting game esports player in the world, with earnings exceeding $800,000 from gaming victories. I guess that's it. Him, whatever. Good grief. The self-proclaimed furry, who uses he, they pronouns and identifies as gay and non-binary, is known to compete in a blue and white fox suit with a large Sonic Hedgehog style head. Honestly, gaming is a new lens into how we view sport, and I want to help expand that lens, Rose said in a statement. I've always been interested in corners of mainstream cultures and shining a light on them through fashion, and this collaboration with Nike offers a unique opportunity to do that in a way that's authentic to gamers and their communities. It's just messed up. It really is. This is the Nike CEO right now, Elliott Hill, by the way. Nike CEO has presided over a decline in sales at the sports giant. Well, I can tell you something right off the bat that led to sales that were going downhill. Two things. Nike's continued involvement with China is a big one, as in all the stories about slave labor, yada, yada, yada. The other thing is being knee-deep involved with woke athletes like LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick. That's the other thing. I can tell you, I mean, Black and White Sports, the big channel's got 300,000 subs, blah, blah, blah. Nike and that involvement was a massive story on that channel for probably the first 3 years of its existence. When sports was going off the deep end in 2020, Nike was part of the meltdown all the way across the board. And I have felt for quite some time. I mean, Caitlin Clark's brand wasn't being handled appropriately. She's not getting paid enough money from Nike. You know, Michael Jordan, the guy that helped negotiate his deal, come out and said her shoe deal should be over $100 million, and she should get a percentage. She should have her own brand like Jordan has his own brand. So if you just, that alone has been a reason why her agent, who I don't think does a very good job, combined with now this, I mean, Caitlin Clark's fan base, again, largely going to be in the Midwest, Middle America, in the South. They're not going to get down with a company like this. And you know, there's been sort of a recovery from all the wokeness that's going on. So in turn, I think people forgot, oh, that's right, Nike crawled in bed with Dylan Mulvaney. By the way, Dylan Mulvaney, the Bud Light campaign destroyed them. They lost billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. And they have not recovered, by the way. That money, those customers never returned. And now this, non-binary, gay, furry, is now one of the spokespersons for Nike. This is something that a athlete like Caitlin Clark that resonates so massively with the traditional nuclear family, she doesn't need to be involved with this brand. Let's be real. Let's be real. This is gross. It's gross. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.